Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Adam, the COO of Bayan Token. We are very happy and we are very excited today because we are blessed to have our brother, our ambassador, Vince Focarelli, who has agreed to give an exclusive interview on Bayan Token. I don't think I have to introduce to all of you who Vince Focarelli is. You know, he was a gang leader who turned a devout Muslim and a social activist. And we are more lucky because he has agreed to give his office for this interview. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Brother Vince.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for your time.
Alhamdulillah. It's my pleasure, and I want to thank you guys as well for taking your time off to come here and put your services to share the message about Bayan Token. Alhamdulillah.
No problem. So a lot of people, they've got interested in Bayan Token after you joined Bayan Token as its ambassador. So how did you get to know about cryptocurrency in the first place, if you can share with all of us?
Okay. I mean, it's not an exciting story, but I'll tell you. Over a year, just under a year and a half ago, a couple of my brothers, very dear brothers of mine and partners, explained to me that a lot of people are getting rich with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I've never, to my defense, I apologize, but I've never heard about cryptocurrency. I think I was busy doing other things, but cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And when they started speaking to me about this Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and people becoming rich and wealthy, you know, it was worth 40 cents, 60 cents in shares.
At the time, yeah.
I asked them how much it's worth now. They said $3,000 and thought, I said, wow. I mean, why do I miss out all the time? You know, it was 60 cents, 70 cents. I said, okay. And he goes, the good thing about this, you're the bank manager. I'm thinking, what do you mean I'm the bank manager? He goes, well, you're the bank manager. Nobody can tell you what to do with the money. Nobody can move your money around. Nobody can use your money. Nobody can create riba in the sense where if your money's in the bank, it can be used or put in certain projects and interest and stuff like that, and whatever the case may be. One thing that really took my attention is two things. One, as Muslims, the riba part is very, very important for us because Allah has made it very clear that if we deal with riba, on the day of judgment, Angel Gabriel will put the sword in your hand and he says, go fight Allah. I don't know about you, Adam. Sometimes we're in situations where we think we're Bruce Lee, we can fight anyone and get out of it. But I ask you this question, if you're up against Allah, how are you going to go?
Impossible, man. Yeah.
This is a guaranteed of assurance.
Yeah.
So that's something that we fear, and we're going to get down to more about the subject in a little while. So they started talking to me about Bitcoin and said that, you know, it has so many passwords that it would be hard to decrypt or hard to steal and this and that. I thought, okay, but that didn't really interest me. To be honest with you, like that wasn't the part that interested me. What interested me is that they said that you can pick up your phone, you are your own banker, nobody can tell you what to do, nobody can charge you interest or anything like that. So the riba part was very interesting. And the second part is that I can make a transfer with my money to you personally, not a bank.
Yeah.
Bypass the bank, bypass the interest or the fee or whatever the case may be, and comes directly to you. So for example, if I'm in Switzerland on a visit because you want to sell a property, for example, and I agree on buying the property, but we want to exchange in cryptocurrency. Yeah. I'll go back home, talk with my family, what do you think, the house, he wants this and that. If we both agree, I don't have to come back and sign checks, or you come to the bank, or we have to sign papers, or I have to transfer all that money, it takes 3-4 days, signatures, big fees, stamp duty, all this approval, stamp duties, all that sort of stuff, right? I mean, it's crazy, but when they were telling me this, at that time, I didn't really take it serious. I thought, come on. The banks rule the world. You're telling me that now, just like that, like a movie, that we can bypass these banks. And they said to me that now, if I want to acquire your home, I can just stay in contact with you. You give me your cryptocurrency bank details or whatever the case may be. I'll transfer it to you within under 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes in 2 minutes. It will be in an area where you can look at it, so you know that it is
it's mine now.
It's yours, and then you can take it and make the transaction. In 2 minutes, I own a house. I bypassed the bank. I paid no interest, no stamp duty, no nothing. This is cryptocurrency. So the more they started speaking to me based on that level, on a spiritual level in regards to riba, I put them together. I got very interested. And that's how I first got to know about cryptocurrency.
What an interesting story.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So how did you get to know about Bayan Token then?
Okay. Bayan Token, very, I feel like it's, I don't know, connected to some family orientation, you know. It's very personal, but I'll tell you, I was approached by very close brothers, high esteemed ulamas, who now is the chairman, of course, of Bayan Token. They approached me and said that we would like to have you be the face of
Bayan Token.
Bayan Token, and we want to make you the ambassador. And I said to them, I said, first of all, Bayan Token, cryptocurrency, ding, Bitcoin, millions. I thought, wow, this could be an opportunity. But instead of take this opportunity, I questioned,
me?
Why me? I mean, I had a colourful past. I said I was I have a lot of history on YouTube and courts and with my criminal past and, and colourful past, as we eloquently put it. I said, why me? Are you sure you want to take this risk? And the more I started talking to them and the more we started interacting, the more I realised that my story really connects to Bayan Token. And I'll tell you how. I've looked at Bayan Token in all aspects, in all angles, and they really want to do good for goodness. You know, they really want to do goodness for good and good for goodness, and they don't want to leave any stone unturned when it comes to pleasing Allah. So this token, in every aspect, has really complied with Sharia, and we'll get to that in a minute. Has really complied in making sure that this token, this Bayan Token, the projects that back it, are so blessed. Like they really are a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we'll get to that in a minute. So from cryptocurrency, there's been so much bad reviews, so many ICOs and and stuff like that, and we'll get to that. I think on the next time. I really want to focus on Bayan Token today, and there's been so many bad feedback and stuff like that, and Bitcoin has been a real success. So as much as people have had some bad false cryptocurrency, Bitcoin has really set the stage. So every time I looked at Bayan Token, I looked at the people involved, the ulamas, the Sharia compliance, the projects that are actually backing it. It's not gold and silver, and as much as you think gold and silver has weight, it doesn't. In Islam, gold and silver doesn't really have much weight. Our deeds have the weight. Our intentions have the weight. Our conviction, our execution of our intentions, our projects have the weight. If we build a mosque, let's say you and I invest in a mosque, Brother Adam, and we die. Everyone that prays in that mosque, we get the reward. So this is the importance, not the gold and silver. The gold and silver is just a solid object that we say has value and we carry on with life. But in the next life, it's our deeds that, inshallah, take us over that sharp bridge, and that's what Bayan Token has done. I've asked some questions, I've looked at the white page, I've checked everything out, I've spoken to the brothers. It's amazing, so amazing that I said, Omar Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, had the most colourful past. I'm insignificant compared to the man himself. May Allah be pleased with him. But he became the Khalifa of Islam. In fact, they say that he had track marks down the side of his eyes, that he cried so much in prayer. This is a man of stature before in the dunya, and especially the lion of Islam when he was in Deen. So Bayan Token reminds me of our Sahabas, reminds me of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, reminds me of the law and the etiquette, and reminds me to do better in life and to be part of something that will provide this. I can tell you now, and I won't mention their names because it's not up to me to mention their names, but I can tell you now, in this company, there are a few brothers that are very close to me, that their intentions are so sincere and so amazing that when they make money, their actual goals is to do better for the ummah. You know, to put orphanages and masadras and stuff like that. I mean, the list is endless. So these brothers, what they want to do with their wealth is what Allah will look at them for. And the more I started researching, the more good started coming out of this Bayan Token. And I shook their hands immediately at them, and I said, I've been very honoured and proud, and I will do my best I can to, provide a service and allow people out there, my followers, whether Facebook, Instagram, the world. And by the way, Brother Adam, please forgive me that I carry on. This is not just for the Muslims. I want to make this very clear to the world. And this is a Sharia compliance, and we'll get to the reason why this is for everybody in a minute. So this is how I got to know got to know about Bayan Token. I was approached by some very esteemed scholars and brothers. I'm very, very honoured. The project is amazing. The project, I know in my heart that looking at this will please Allah. Now that's my opinion. And when you please Allah, Allah rains barakah.
Yes.
On something like this, and I pray to Allah that I am correct, that this does please Allah, which I believe it does, and He rains barakah to everyone involved and the ones that invest as well, inshallah.
Well, Vince, I have to ask this. You talk passionately about Bayan Token. I mean, I know it's very exciting, but it excites me, listening to how you describe and explain Bayan Token. So maybe you can share with the viewers, what is this Bayan Token? What is so special about it, and why people should invest in Bayan Token?
Okay, fasten your seatbelt. And brothers and sisters and non-Muslims, please fasten your seatbelts and come into my living room and let's get intimate for a second. I really want you guys to listen, because this is the one, truly, this is the reason why this got me over the line. And I'm very passionate. Yes, I'm very confident. I'm very excited. Every time you mention Bayan Token, every time I look at the logo, it reminds me of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It reminds me of the Sahabas, may Allah be pleased with them. It reminds me of my deen. It excites me. It really is a beautiful, pure and good token and does wonders of good. But don't take my word for it. Yeah. Let me address the situation on why it excites me. You asked me, right?
Yeah.
Why am I so passionate about it? Because And one thing about me is true in my life, that people that do know me, when I'm convinced with something, when I believe in something, of course I'm going to be passionate. And I'll talk to the cows come home. And everybody knows that I have a tongue to talk about stuff, So I'll tell you what got me over the line. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this in the best animated way possible. Yeah. We have Bitcoin and Bayan Token. Yeah. We're going to put them in a 100-meter race. Here's Bayan Token and here's Bitcoin, right? Okay. Bitcoin is a phenomenon. It's gone up to 22,000 US dollars. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Around about. It started on zero. It was only mining in those times. Went to 10 cents, 20 cents, 12 cents, 30 cents, 40, as you know. Yeah. Now I'm learning, and unlike you, Adam, there are two types of people that really understand the technicality of things, and some still learn as gradually as we go by. Alhamdulillah. I'm one of those people that slowly, gradually learn. But Allah says in the Quran clearly, and this is what I want everybody to really pay attention to this, the Ummah of Rasulullah, everybody. Allah says in Quran clearly, I've created you intelligent creatures. I've created you with minds to think. So now let's use our minds to really stop, think and listen to what I have to say, because we are intelligent creatures. Yeah. And let's put this in play. Number one, here's Bayan Token, here's Bitcoin. As you know, Bitcoin has been an absolute phenomenon in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Yeah. It's gone up so much value. It's made people billionaires, millionaires all over the world. And I've asked, what is the value of Bitcoin and what is it backing in projects? Yeah. The answer I got from people, they said nothing. Yeah. And I said, please, I'm asking you a serious question. Don't play with me. It goes, nothing. I said, let me get this straight. I said, because man says that Bitcoin is valued at this much, it's valued at this much. You know what they said to me? Yes. Yeah. I said, okay. So now you have Bitcoin here, right? In a 100-meter sprint with Bayan Token. Yeah. It has no gold, no silver, no property, no project, absolutely zilch. Yeah. backing it. It's given it no value. Only because man says it has. And alhamdulillah, if Allah allows something to be successful, that's Allah's wisdom. We can't question that. But as Muslims and as human beings, we want to be involved, and we do want to. Everybody would like to make some money in life. In the Quran, Allah teaches us, and through the Quran and Allah, our beloved Nabi Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches us that the zakat starts first in our home, and you and I have a responsibility, Adam, to provide for our families. And then outside the home, we can venture out if we are successful. Alhamdulillah. So now Bitcoin has no value. And I'm thinking it's worth so much. How is that possible? This is what got me really excited. With Bayan Token. Now here we go. I'm about to shoot the gun, and here comes the race. Ready? Bang. Bayan Token has 3 major projects backing it. Not only that, it is completely Sharia compliance. Not only that, it has a 16-hour server that if Bayan Token, let's talk just on facts for a second. If Bayan Token fails.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, right? But you and I know, inshallah, that this is going no, inshallah. But let's talk based on logic and part of the dunya for a second. When I tell you about all these projects backing it, at the end I want the answer. If you tell me that this is going to go up or down, insane. It has a 16-hour server that if worst case scenario, nothing happens, the investor can use it on private server, 16 hours worth. People will say, well, what am I going to do with a private server? Well, look at that. We are the only ones that's giving you actually something if this completely breaks down. But that's on the worst case scenario. You and I both know where this is going, inshallah, right?
Inshallah.
So now that's the backup. Not only has Bayan Token complied to Sharia compliance, which benefits everybody around the world, but mainly the Muslims as well, because we have to be very careful on what we deal with, especially when it comes to riba, right, Adam? So this is the 16-hour private server. So I thought, okay, now one of the projects, Adam, this is an amazing story. Now this is really exciting, right? Hear me out. I want you guys to focus on me based on a spiritual sense, based on the qadr of Allah. This amazing brother of ours, may Allah preserve him and bless him. For 36, forgive me if I'm wrong, 38, around 36, 38 years, this brother of ours had a vision. And back then the technology wasn't like it is now. In fact, he only probably had a calculator, right? So based on he had this vision, he had this idea, So he wrote it down on a piece of paper. From the paper, he went down to a calculator. From the calculator, those square box, those computers, that when you type it in, it looked like the Atari games, right? Back in the old days. He went to that computer, and so forth, until now, with the technology that we have, he has completed his vision. He has completed his project. It is an amazing artificial intelligence. Listen to this, Adam. This is an artificial intelligence that goes into the New York stock market. That can detect within seconds and minutes the best buy, what's something that you shouldn't buy,
what to sell,
how to buy, all this sort of stuff. And I'm going to get you to tell the viewers exactly the level of this. But let me tell you what I understood, and I'm so passionate about this. So now you and I both know that this artificial intelligence is been put there for 9-10 months as a trial with an unbelievable results. Now all the Americans and people around the world in the stock markets, their ears are all going red, they're itchy. So we all know that this is going to be an amazing project. It's a multi-million-dollar project, possible billions of dollar project. Now listen to what we just said. $1 million project, millions of dollar project, possible $1 billion projects, billions. This is one of the projects that's back in Bayan Token. Let me get down to the spiritual side so we don't get off course. 36, 38 years, Adam, how old are you?
31.
31. How long did it take you to get to 31? 31 years. That's a long time, right? Okay. Now, how many times have you done things in life? Even myself, I'm guilty of it, right? That we started a project and it didn't take off. And I didn't have the right staff, and we let it go.
We procrastinate a lot.
Procrastinate, right? So much. This man's vision, his goal, and this is the spiritual side of things, only with Allah's will. And you and I both know that no atom moves without the grace of Allah. No leaf falls without His knowledge.
Yeah.
So for 36, 38 years, Allah allowed him to have that emotion, that feeling, that strength, that discipline in him to keep going and not give up and say, this is too hard. 36 years ago, he's invented a robot. Do you understand the logic in this? It is amazing. So when I know that he has accomplished this, it's not by him.
By Allah.
Allah allowed him. And the length of it, and the patience and the will, Allah blessed him for a reason, because Allah wanted this to happen. So this is one of the projects, multi-million-dollar project, possible billion-dollar project, is backing Bayan Token. Now, this is the race, right?
Yeah.
Where's Bayan Token? In front or behind Bitcoin?
Definitely in front.
So we're in front now. Okay. There's more, like the commercial, right? This is one project. Amazing. Second project that is backing the Bayan Token. Now, we have many, in fact, Adam, it's $1 trillion, trillions of millions of dollar business, halal business, a year.
Yeah.
12 months, trillions of dollars. Every 12 months, there are trillions of dollars that circulate the globe in the business of halal. I'm going to give you a raw fact too. And it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. I'm glad, because we Muslims want the non-Muslims to participate in our deen.
Yeah.
And why not? I mean, that's the message of the Muslims, is to give da'wah. And this is something that Allah says, you know, remind the believers and give da'wah. You know, speak about Islam. And for us to have the non-Muslims, the majority in the world, to be part of halal businesses, industrial businesses all around the world, for us is a blessing. We're not jealous of it. We actually encourage that, because what they are doing is just backing up the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. They're backing up the Islamic teachings. They're backing up the way we live and what we believe in. Yeah. Instead of persecute us and scratch their heads and say, I'm confused, they join in the race. In fact, they're winning the race, brother, because they've got halal supermarkets and halal business all over the world. And we encourage them to keep going. May Allah bless them and to continue. But it is $1 trillion business a year. Bayan Token has just invested in 3 years to put over 1,000 mini halal marts all around the Southeast Asia countries for the next 3 years. Now that's 1,000, not 1 or 2 or 20 or even 100. 1,000 mini super halal marts, halal supermarkets all around Southeast Asia. And if that all goes well, God willing, which we believe we do, because there's a standard of halal that we need in around the world, and because the non-Muslims are involved, in other words, they're sort of having a race with us, you know, so they're doing great. Because of this, we're going to make sure that if that goes well, we'll venture out into the world itself, God willing. But 1,000 supermarkets, halal supermarkets, that any Muslim or non-Muslim can walk in there and know that this is all fresh, all complied with Sharia and halal and all the rest of it, right? So 1,000. Now, 1,000 mini marts, Adam, that's a multi-million-dollar project, possible billion-dollar projects. You and I both know when you walk into a shopping centre, every week they're making millions. Yeah. So now we have 2 major projects that are multi-million-dollar projects, possible billion-dollar projects. Where are we in the race now with Bitcoin?
Bitcoin has been, you know...
I don't even think you can see it anymore, right? Now, Bayan Token. Remember the value. This is important. The reason why I'm talking about these projects, it goes back to the value of the coin. I spoke to you before in regards to Bitcoin has no backing. It only has value because man says the value. Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody come up to you and says that car is blue but it's green, you're going to say, okay then. So, but alhamdulillah, Allah gave it wealth. What I'm saying is that with Bayan Token, now I've given you 2 possible major multi-million-dollar, possible billion-dollar projects, plus a 16-hour private server.
I was about to say that.
Third project, one of the most important projects of all, because our health is important, and this is extraordinary. One of the brothers has been involved in this project for a while now. Sorry to say this, but Malaysia is one of the biggest.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say, but I have to tell you this: with all your chilies and with all your sugar, you guys suffer a high level of cholesterol. And you know, when you mention the word cholesterol, some people are very easy on the subject. But I ask these people that are easy on the subject to research a little bit of cholesterol, and I'll tell you what it creates. It is one of the biggest disease and killers of our time. It creates blockage of your veins, your arteries, which creates problems of your heart, strokes, heart attacks, death, blood problems. I mean, the list is endless. So cholesterol is a very serious subject. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we wake up, especially in Malaysia. Food is amazing, but your high level of chili and sauces
and oil,
God help us, you know. But alhamdulillah, I love this country. It's my country. I love these people. I love you brothers and sisters. But you guys have to wake up when it comes to cholesterol, right? That's it. But having said that, there is an actual tablet that's surrounding the globe now. It works. It really works. It's called a statin. Statin capsule. What this statin tablet does, it combats and fights cholesterol. Alhamdulillah, it's doing its job. But there's a real severe problem, and especially when you give it to the oldies, especially when you give it to people with a disease with muscle deficiency and all the rest of it. What this does, it fights the cholesterol, no problem, but it creates problems with disease in muscle and kidney
and liver
as well. So that's the side effects. Look, Allah says in the Quran, and I've said that clearly many times, He's created us intelligent creatures. He's created us with minds to think. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that if you have a caffeine addiction, let's say, this is just hypothetical, right? And if you don't have your caffeine, you're not going to get through the day, right? So I give you 2 coffees. One coffee takes care of that caffeine addiction, the rush, but then creates severe migraines. But there's nothing you can do. If you don't have your coffee, you're going to be jumpy. And so you go through the migraines, and then you have to take Panadols and stuff like that. Or I give you a coffee that gives you that same caffeine rush, controls your addiction of that caffeine, for example, to get you through the day. But no side effects, no migraines. Which one are you going to go through?
Definitely the latter one.
It's a no-brainer. You go to the one that has less harm and is doing the job. Now this project that my brother it's called Bacilla
alba.
Sorry, Bacilla. I keep saying because I'm Italian with a basil leaf. Bacilla alba leaf. This is an important project. What they've done, they've taken the Bacilla alba leaf and researched, and they've come now to a point where they're about to manufacture this and go global. It's an amazing project. It's to do with the health, you know. So what they've done, they've extracted the good out of the Bacilla alba leaf. And they've created this medication that combats cholesterol, the same level, if not better, than the statin capsule. And guess what? Without any side effects, out of nothing at all. You take it, you control your cholesterol, and you move on. You don't have to worry about muscle deficiency, muscle disease. You know, our kidneys and our livers, we have to drink so much water because it flushes the bacteria, the disease, the toxins. Last thing we want to do is add more, you know. So this amazing project, it betters our health, no side effects, and this is another project, multi-million-dollar project, possible billion-dollar projects. And this is not a joke. These are 3 now major possible billion-dollar projects that are back in Bayan Token. This is the stuff that excites me. This is the message I want to send to the world, and this is not just to the Muslims. Adam, this is to the non-Muslims that like to invest in things where they know there is good behind it, and there are possible profit to be made. Invest in this that is capable of going to the lengths that Bitcoin did, if not more. And the reason why I can't tell you it will, because as a Muslim, you know, we have to say, Inshallah. Inshallah that this will go where we believe it will go. But put the inshallah aside for a second. You and I, let's talk straight and allow the viewers to really pay attention. In all logic now, here's Bitcoin. In logic, Adam, here's Bitcoin. I've told you there is no value, no gold, no silver, no property, no project, nothing back in this Bitcoin except the man's word saying this.
It's valuable.
It's value. And people have invested in this Bitcoin and become millions. Now let's use our minds. I'm going to give you Bayan Token. I've given you 3 multi-million-dollar projects, possible billion-dollar projects. 2 projects, they've already started, by the way, and 2 that have already taken off, the artificial intelligence. Where's Bayan Token's value now?
Priceless.
Exactly. If Bitcoin with no value, nothing back, and it can reach 22,000 or 16,000 US dollar, what's going to happen to Bayan Token when people really understand
the value in
the
it.
value of this coin.
Yeah.
So these are the projects that are backing it, and this is what got me excited. I never knew that was backing it, because when they spoke about Bitcoin, I thought, okay, now we're going to get into this cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is Bayan Token. Seriously, Bayan Token is the same as Bitcoin. I'm thinking, well, that didn't have value. Here comes the confusion again. When they sat me down and started telling me what's backing is Bitcoin, I put my hand out and shook. I said, yo, where do I sign? You know. So that's why I'm excited. That's why I'm passionate, because we have something now as Muslims, first and foremost, that we. And I say this with absolute piousness and modesty. I don't want to offend anyone. If somebody gets offended, may Allah forgive me. But I challenge anyone, Adam, I challenge anyone to stand next to me and tell me that this is haram in this Bayan Token and it's not Sharia compliance. I challenge anyone, because I know, for what I understand, the Sharia compliance has been complied. In fact, we've even got something to back it up, to help others, to make sure that, you know, they get something out of value if this all falls. But you and I both know, after telling you about these projects, inshallah, where's this going to go? Yeah. Except up. Yeah. Now, we finished the race. Where's Bitcoin?
You can say goodbye to Bitcoin.
Before I finish off with this, I just want to say, I'm not criticizing. I know it sounds like I'm criticizing Bitcoin or criticizing. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just putting this into place because Bitcoin is the one that's a phenomenon. Bitcoin is the one that's hit such a number and made people millions and billions of dollars around the world. It's been Bitcoin. It hasn't been another coin. If it was another coin, I'd use that other coin in this conversation. But because Bitcoin has been such a phenomenon, I've used that to explain where Bayan Token is. And Bitcoin has nothing. It's been very successful and had nothing backing it. Yeah. Bayan Token has all this backing. Where would you put your money now?
Definitely Bayan Token.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much, Vince Focarelli. I mean, I'm very, very excited. Just, you know, even though I'm a CEO of Bayan Token, I feel like investing in Bayan Token today after listening to what Vince Focarelli has said. I mean, Vince, before we end this interview, do you have anything else or any message to our viewers?
If that's okay with you, I would like to just a short message. If that's okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. All praise and glory be to Allah. We thank Allah for allowing us to get together. We thank Allah for allowing us to be part of something amazing, especially for the Muslim community, because it's been very difficult for us, Adam, to evolve in things when there is a lot of scholars out there that we respect very much. Whether the opinion is different or not, that's not for us to judge. Yeah. If they give you an opinion on something, if you want to take it, it's your choice, or you can take the other scholar's opinion. We've learned this in Islam. We are not here to judge. There's only one judge, and that's Allah. But there's been so many differences of opinion, my brothers and sisters, in the world, and it's kept us behind a little bit. I'm so excited to share this message. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He really guides you and gives you hidayah. Because in the Quran, Allah says, as I said before, He's created us intelligent creatures. He's created us with minds to think. Think, guys. This is something now that we can venture out and possibly be put in a position where we're financially secure and do better with our money and do good. And look at the projects that are involved in this. This is where your money is going to invest, and you'll get great returns, inshallah. Make dua for us. I encourage you guys, don't listen to me anymore. Get on your phones, get on the internet, Google us, and I say to you guys that Allah reward you and everybody involved. I pray that we've delivered the message the best way possible. Guys, wake up, Ummah. And to be honest with you, this is not just for the Muslims. This is for the non-Muslims that have invested in things like Bitcoin and other investments. Get on board. Because if you've made millions with Bitcoins and they said nothing backing it up, imagine what Bayan Token is going to do for you. In saying all that, Jazakallah khair for everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again, Brother Vince Focarelli. Jazakallahu khairan kathira. Thank you for our viewers for watching this video. Visit our website for more information at www.bayantoken.com. Like and share Facebook, our Facebook page, our Twitter, YouTube, and thank you again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.